Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm glad you stopped by, and if you've been with us for a while, welcome back to the family. Today, we're diving into something that's often called the eighth wonder of the world: compounding. This isn't just about interest rates or stock market returns. This is about how small, consistent actions can lead to massive results over time. Whether you're trying to build wealth, improve your habits, or grow your knowledge, understanding the power of compounding can change your life. So grab a coffee, sit back, and let's explore how this simple principle can unlock extraordinary outcomes. Compounding is often referred to as the eighth wonder of the world, and for good reason. It's the quiet engine behind wealth creation, the principle that allows small efforts to produce massive results over time. When understood and used correctly, compounding can turn modest investments into fortunes, small habits into life-changing routines, and long-term thinking into undeniable success. But compounding isn't just about money. It's a universal principle that governs growth across all areas of life. It's at work in your relationships, your career, your health, your knowledge, and your personal development. Understanding the promise and power of compounding can transform the way you think about time, effort, and progress. Let's dive deep into what compounding truly means, why it's so powerful, and how you can harness it to achieve extraordinary results, financially and beyond. 1. What is compounding, really? At its core, compounding is the process by which an asset earns income or interest, and then that income begins to generate income of its own. In other words, your money starts to make more money, and then that money earns money, too. Over time, the growth isn't just linear, it's exponential. For example, imagine you invest $1,000 at a 10% annual return. After 1 year, you have $1,100. The next year, you don't just earn another $100. You earn $110, because you're earning interest on the $1,100, not just the original $1,000. This may seem small at first, but fast forward 20 or 30 years, and the results become massive. The true magic of compounding lies not in the size of your initial input, but in the consistency and length of time it's allowed to grow. 2. The mathematical power behind it. Let's break it down with a simple formula. Future value equals present value times 1 plus rate of return, caret time. This formula illustrates just how powerful time and consistency are. The longer you allow compounding to work, the more explosive the growth becomes. Consider this. A $5,000 annual investment earning 8% annually grows to around $620,000 in 30 years. Increase the time frame to 40 years and it grows to over $1.4 million. Wait 50 years and you're looking at more than $3.1 million. The difference is staggering, and it highlights the most important principle of compounding: time is the multiplier. 3. The emotional side of compounding. One of the reasons compounding is underutilized is because it's emotionally counterintuitive. In the early stages, growth feels slow, painfully slow. You're putting in the effort, saving diligently, reinvesting returns, and yet the results seem underwhelming. This is because the compounding curve is shallow in the beginning. Most of the exponential gains occur later, often decades after you start. This delayed payoff can be frustrating, especially in a world that thrives on instant gratification. But once compounding reaches a tipping point, the curve steepens dramatically. Small actions taken consistently over time suddenly seem to pay off, all at once. This makes compounding feel magical, until you realize it was math all along. 4. Compounding beyond money. While most people associate compounding with financial growth, its power extends far beyond dollars and cents. Knowledge compounds. Read one book a month for 5 years and you've absorbed the equivalent of a college degree. But the benefit isn't just what you learn from each book. It's how each new insight builds on previous ones, deepening your understanding and sharpening your thinking. Habits compound. A 30-minute daily workout doesn't just improve your health in the moment. Over time, it boosts your energy, confidence, productivity, and even your lifespan. Tiny improvements, just 1% better every day, compound into massive personal transformation over time. 5. The role of discipline and consistency. Compounding only works when you stay the course. It rewards patience and punishes inconsistency. You don't need to be brilliant or lucky to benefit from it, but you do need to be consistent. That's why many successful investors aren't the ones chasing hot stocks or trying to time the market. They're the ones who invest steadily, avoid emotional decisions, and allow compounding to do the heavy lifting over time. 6. The earlier, the better. One of the greatest advantages you can give yourself is an early start. Because of compounding, time is more valuable than money. A person who starts investing $200 a month at age 25 and stops at age 35 will often have more money at retirement than someone who starts at age 35 and invests $200 a month for the next 30 years. Why? Because the first person's money had more time to compound. This is why financial experts stress starting early, even with small amounts. It's not about how much you start with, it's how long you let it grow. When you're young, time is your greatest asset. Don't waste it. 7. The snowball effect. Think of compounding like rolling a snowball down a hill. At first, the snowball is small and slow moving. But as it rolls, it picks up more snow, gets heavier, and gains momentum. Eventually, it's a massive force moving on its own with minimal input. This is the beauty of compounding. It eventually becomes self-sustaining. What began as a few dollars or a few reps at the gym becomes an unstoppable engine of progress. The only requirement is that you keep pushing it at the beginning. 8. Why most people miss out. Despite its obvious benefits, most people fail to harness the full power of compounding. Why? Impatience. People give up too soon, expecting fast results. Inconsistency. They stop and start, breaking the compounding cycle. Lifestyle inflation. As people earn more, they spend more, leaving less to compound. Fear and greed. Emotional decisions lead to bad timing and missed opportunities. Understanding the math is easy. Sticking with the process? That's where the challenge lies. 9. How to harness compounding in your life. If you want to unlock the full promise of compounding, here are key steps. Start now. The earlier you begin, the more time you give compounding to work. Be consistent. Small, steady actions win over large, inconsistent ones. Automate where possible. Set up automatic investments, savings, and habit trackers. Avoid interruptions. Resist the urge to withdraw, quit, or change course too frequently. Track long-term, not short-term. Compounding rewards the patient, not the reactive. Small seeds, massive forests. The promise of compounding is simple. Small, repeated actions can yield exponential results, if you give them enough time. Whether you're investing money, learning new skills, or building better habits, the key is to start small, stay consistent, and let time do its work. In a world obsessed with overnight success, compounding teaches a different lesson. That greatness is built quietly, day by day, decision by decision. It may not be flashy, but it is incredibly powerful. The question isn't whether compounding works, it does. The real question is whether you'll let it work for you. And that's the promise and power of compounding, proof that big things really do start small. The sooner you start, the bigger the payoff. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency over time. What are you compounding in your life right now? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. If you got value from today's video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our future content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.